Alright guys, let me get the boxes on the table. Probably be helpful, huh? All the baseball card and football card guys are like, man, Joey's back on that Pokemon bullshit again. I know Chris Sharp isn't in the break, but man, he was losing his mind the one day we were breaking Pokemon booster boxes. I love Chris, great dude, but man, he wasn't salty. He was like, I didn't realize the Pokemon breaks take 4.5 years. Get the link shared too. All right, let's get rolling here into this jumbo case. Little lint roll action. Appreciate y'all filling this one so quickly. Sorry I didn't update it right away, man. Augie is. So I don't know if anybody has kids. If you have kids, or maybe you didn't use this terminology when you had kids, because I don't think it's necessarily something new. It's come up. It's just become more persistent with the study of neurology, especially in infants and toddlers. There's these things called leaps, where essentially your baby's different parts of their brain's developing, and right now Augie's going through like the worst sleep that every baby goes through. So like he's like power feeding, he's not sleeping. It's just, I mean, the not sleeping doesn't really affect me in the sense of like I'll help whenever he wakes up or whatever else, and I already don't sleep well as it is. So I'm not complaining about the not sleeping, just I couldn't get him to fall asleep. So I was sitting there like rocking him, trying to get him to sleep. He wouldn't go to sleep, so I was busy trying to do that, and yeah, that's why I wasn't updating the post. But I appreciate y'all filling. We'll have more 2025 Top Series 1 Jumbos. I'm hoping with the boxes still being on Fanatics that I can get more at a good price so I can keep these prices where they're at. I don't want to raise them. Even my jumbo boxes in the store were cheaper than like Dave and Adams and stuff. They were right in line with. They were $10 more than Topps, but you got to pay Topps to ship. So it was the same, right in line with what Topps was if you got them from the website, except you can grab them the same day. I mean, you guys already know. You're in the break, so you already know that the prices are the most competitive. I can't say they're the best because there are some guys where like I'm not even sure where they get their pricing from, but by far the most competitive in everything I can do. For football, like I said, I mentioned the last break, if you have people that are into football, Topps Chrome comes out next week on Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. I would really like to do well with it. I think that's the start of the growth of the group when it comes to a football group. We've done pretty well with the college football. I'm going to bring back some college football stuff too. At some really good prices when breaking, and just really try to push what I have college football wise, especially when it gets closer to the draft, and a lot of those guys get that their card prices start to rise when you start, like, I think you're going to see Scatterboo stuff go up even higher than what it is just because people are going to talk about him. Whether he's probably going to be like a 4th or 5th round draft pick. We were going to talk about how he could be Mike Allstott in a franchise, and Mel Kiper is going to talk about he can be a franchise-changing running back for your football team. So, I mean, it just is what it is, and Todd McShay is going to talk about how great Shedeur Sanders is. Well, Shedeur Sanders is not in last year's product, but I do have some boxes that do have Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. And I'll probably throw those in some mixers. But, yeah, let's get rolling here. We're going to have, oh, my Lord. Who has the Braves this time around? That's going to be a good autograph right here. We're going to have the Gold Braves, Let's Dance, the All Right Moves. It's going to be 5/15 out of 2025. Let's get the list up. Braves are going to be Dalton. And we have the 1 out of 15 Spencer Strider on-card autograph. 2025 Topps flagship autograph patch card. Nice hit there for Dalton. Dalton is a Braves fan, so I think he just gets beat to the Braves a lot, especially earlier in the day. But hopefully we see you around a little bit more, Dalton. I know you've been in and out of breaks here, but nice hit, buddy, on the 1 out of 15 Spencer Strider. We're going to have Jose Barrios, Rafael Devers, and Cedric Mullins. We're going to get a 228 out of 250. Michael Bush on the purple foil. For the Cubs. And then we're going to get Chris Bassett, Ellie De La Cruz, and Ted Williams. I have the Seattle Mariners on the foil. Don Mattingly and Bryce Harper. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. We're going to have Kyle Tucker for the Astros on the memorabilia. And who we have? Really nice Spencer Strider. That's the second time we pulled a card like that in the flagship ever, so there you go. Nice Kyle Tucker for the Stros. I have the Sand Glitter. I'm going to be going to the Yankees and Aaron Judge, Rhett Loader, and Radke. We have Tanner Huck on the foil, Tony Gwynn and Emmanuel Clase. Yeah, Bretton Doyle. We're going to have Tyler Stevenson on the Sand Glitter, Shohei Ohtani, and Tatis Jr. You have Jeff McNeil on the foil, Manny Machado and Randy Johnson. We have a 25 out of 50, Geraldo Perdomo going to the Diamondbacks. That's going to go to Greg Adams. Gold foil Perdomo. We have Zach Wheeler on the Sand Glitter, Bryce Harper, and Julio Rodriguez. And we're going to have Jeremy Pena on the Major League material. The Astros. Sit there, and we'll have Kyle Finnegan, Francisco Lindor, Mike Yastrzemski. That's going to be the first jumbo of the break. Minus the silver packs. Looking at those right now. We have Gunnar Henderson, Corbin Carroll, Jordan Graceffo, and Brooks Lee. You got Ben Rice for the Yankees, Adiel Amador, Barry Larkin, and Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. base action. We ran a WWE hobby case break. And one of the boxes is missing 2 autographs. So people have been messaging me like angry about it. My rep doesn't work on the weekend, so handle it tomorrow. But I was like, I don't have an answer until they give me one. I don't know what to tell you. You got Ty Cobb. I mean, we've dealt with it in the group, obviously, with that Bowman Chrome stuff. Like, they'll replace it. It's just a matter of, we got Grant McCrae for the Giants. On the autograph, going to go to Brian Thomas. So that's been fun to deal with all evening. We have Marco Gonzalez, McGuire, and Aaron Judge. We have Justin Henry Malloy on the pink background for the Braves. The Braves are just having a good break in general. We have Tyler Phillips on the sand glitter. Carlos Correa and Johnny Bench. Edwin Diaz on the gold. 267 out of 2025. Going to the Mets. We have Greg Jones on the foil, Altuve, and Dansby Swanson. Dylan Cruz on the memorabilia. Go to the Nationals. This one go to Charlie Resnake. Nice Cruz memorabilia. We have Brandon Pfaadt on the sand glitter. Amador. Al. Coach Al right there. Ooh. I have Jordan Beck on the foil, Schwellenbach and Paul Skeens. Schwellenbach, I mean. Yeah, Clayton Kershaw on the sand glitter, Nacho Alvarez, Mike Tauschman. We got Jackson Merrill on the foil, Cup Card Sandberg, and Chipper Jones. Tyler Gentry, 226 out of 250 on the purple. Yeah, Sonny Gray. Sand glitter, Jackie Robinson. We have Grant McGray on the memorabilia. Yeah, Sandy Alcantara, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Travis Darno. We have Byron Buxton, Bryce Harper, Tatis Jr., and Vladdy Jr. We get Kobe Mayo, Shota Imanaga, Chipper Jones, and River Ryan. Into Jumbo Hobby Box number 2. Or number 3. Everybody having a pretty good night, or just chilling with no sound on? Can't even hear me. Don't want to listen to my beautiful voice. It's okay too. Oh man, the kids are sick too, Brian. No, I'm not worried about it, Brian. I was gonna say, hopefully everybody feels better. Hopefully the wife is doing okay. We're gonna have Gunnar Henderson on the 204 out of 2025. Yeah, man, I was going to say, Zach Neto, my father-in-law, has some health issues, and he got his test results back. Some heart stuff. And his cholesterol and stuff is all down for the medicine they gave him. Oh, we got a Shota Imanaga for the Cubbies. Go to Joe Riddle. And the Cubs, nice hit for Joe. I think he grabbed them in back-to-back breaks. Nice Shota. So he had a bunch of heart problems during COVID. He got the shot caused him to have heart problems. It's terrible. We have Adley Rutschman and Judge. A COVID shot or whatever. We got Seth Lugo on the Sand Glitter, Barry Larkin, and Hank Aaron. Took a little bit, but now he's back to pretty good health. We have Brandon Lowe, David Festa, and Bobby Witt Jr. He is, I was going to say. Kyle Schwarber for the Phillies. Just have to stay positive when stuff happens. That's the biggest thing, man. You're positive and think everything can get right, it'll get right. We have Lars Nootbaar, Dylan Cruz, and Murakami. We have the 2024 All Tops team, little pink border. My grandfather came out this weekend too, which was actually a surprise. I didn't think he'd come out. It was about a 5-hour drive from Pittsburgh. I mean, he didn't drive. He drove with my... Nice, man. I hope that the surgery goes really well. Part of me talking about it was we have Rhett Loader. I'm assuming you have the sound on. And if she can hear me, to just know to just say positive. Like, it's going to be tough. It's not easy. Life isn't easy. Nothing about life is easy. We have Will Clark, Bryce Harper. Unless you're spoon-fed. Like, I don't know, the Waltons or something. We have Shea Whitcomb for the Astros on the sand glitter. Even then, I'm assuming there's just different challenges in their life. We have Andrew McCutchen, Ohtani. Oh, the Braves are just having... Maybe Dalton can share some of his Braves hits. Yeah. Ronald Acuna Jr. on the home field advantage. Nice hit for the Braves. Going to Dalton. We have Jared Kelenic on the foil. Mike Piazza and Ichiro. We're going to have Eloy Jimenez on the sand glitter. Brooks Lee and Guerrero Jr. We're going to have the Jason Dominguez for the Yankees. 143 out of 150 on the blue background memorabilia. I hope so, man. Bonds is probably my favorite. Him and Edgar Martinez are my two favorite players growing up. We got Joey Ortiz, Ben Rice, Bobby Witt Jr. Into the silver packs here, we have Angel Martinez, Jacob Wilson, Nolan Ryan, and of course, Angel Martinez is a guy that could be sneaky good by the end of the year. I don't know if he will be, just he has a chance to be just because how the Guardians are set up right now. We have Dylan Cruz, Lindor, Frank Thomas, Drew Romo for the Rockies. 255 out of 299 in the Rockies. I might have to raise the price of the Rockies. Them boys are hot. Go to Brian Thomas on the silver pack autograph. Former second round pick, I think Romo was. I know he was in 2021 draft because I looked at the see if he's related to Tony Romo somehow. He's not, but 100% is not related to Romo. Into box 4. Not even like a third cousin. All right. Let's get rolling here. We have Nico Cavadas, Schwarber, and Dylan Cruz. Yeah, Cavadas, never seen anything super good in him. I was actually kind of surprised he made it to the league, so maybe he can prove me wrong while he's in the league. We got Chase McDermott for the Orioles going to go to Charlie. Charlie Hand's been trying to get the O's, and he gets a Chase McDermott who, like I said, could be a back guy into the rotation. So I have a dual case of I have a dual case right there on Fanatics Live right now. We have wood, like the same dual case we've been running, hobby and jumbo. It has like 4 teams taken. So I'll be live on there after this, just while I'm separating the base veteran from. We have Nolan Ryan, Mickey Mantle. We have Logan O'Hoppe from the rookies on the 2 cases we broke tonight. But probably won't be on there super long tonight, just because I was informed by the wife. We got Joe Ryan here on the team logo border. I was told by the wife that I have to be up early because we got to take her. She got to take her sister to the airport. We have Dylan Dingler, and I got to watch the kids while she does that. So I did not know that was the case. So I was gonna stay on because I don't work tomorrow because of the government holiday. So I was gonna stay on pretty late on Fanatics Live, but if I got to be with the kids, there's no way I'm gonna stay on super late. We have Framber Valdez. So I'll be on there afterwards for a little bit. So long term, I think I'm gonna do smaller breaks with an auction format. I just have to be more consistent at night. We have River Ryan and Jason Kelsey. So what we were doing on Whatnot was we were running dollar auctions. But you have to have like the right group, otherwise you just get absolutely hammered. So, but long term, we might do something. We got Freddie Furman on the borderless. So but the problem is you have to have like the right guys, right? Jose Altuve, James Wood, Shohei. You have to have like a lot of people in your group, and right now there's only ever like a couple people watching at a time. But I think that'll change the more consistent we're on there. Eric Fetty, Juan Soto, Otani. We talked about Rodney a little bit. I mean, you've broken with Rodney. Tyler Phillips, 10 out of 10. Oh, an autograph, 10 out of 10, Tyler Phillips. 2 autos in the same box, right? There's a little bonus auto. A little bonus auto, 10 out of 10 on the black for the Phils. That's a bonus auto, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, little bonus action, 10 out of 10. That's going to go to Rob Davenport. This was the case they were supposed to send Filth Bomb, and they sent it to me by accident. We have Randy Rosarena, Kershaw, Ernie Banks. We have John Gray on the Sand Glitter, Matt Chapman, and Corey Seager. We have Joe Ryan. I think that 55 out of 2025, I think that once I get Smouse, assuming that we can agree on like his compensation, Smouse is, we have James Wood on the relic here. A little bit different. He's definitely different than me when it comes to breaking, but he's definitely different than Rodney. Just personality-wise, I think he's a little bit more, he seems to be magnetizing, if that makes sense. We have James Wood. Hunter Fiducia. So we'll see. Maybe he can attract more of those like FOMO guys just naturally from his personality. But I think Fanatics Live is just, I think it's hard in general. Just there's some good shops. There's some bigger shops on there, and guys are just looking to, like, they're looking to get that like gambling itch, if you want to call it that, but they're looking to get like instant gratification and breaks right away. We have Nacho Alvarez, Adley Rutschman, Jose Ramirez, and Yamamoto. And I think that makes it hard to grow. And we tried like smaller, I've tried to put smaller mixers up on there, and they don't feel well either. We got Jackson Merrill, George Brett, Pete Alonso, and James Wood. To where like if we got down to like 6 teams or 7 teams, we could start to run like an auction and be like, all right, we're going to start the team. Let's say the team's normally like $25. You can start the team at like $10. But the smaller mixers would take forever to get to that point to where you could even do it without it just being like too risky. So it's like one of those things where like we just gotta find consistency. But a lot of it is too is just being consistently on the camera, and that's where Rodney struggles. I mean, I struggle a little bit. There's been nights where I'm like, I could go do something. But I think a lot of people, if like a person's not there, they just pop in the group right away and leave. Where Smouse will sit on, well, like Smouse is actually going to sit on camera, so he'll be designated as a breaker. He doesn't have to do anything else in the shop other than break. And I'm going to have a couple other guys that probably going to have to try them out to see if they can do that as well. So that should hopefully grow Fanatics Live. But I would say in a couple months we've been on there, especially when we've been a little bit more consistent, like after Augie was been around for a little bit and Rodney wasn't running like extra breaks for me at night and was just sitting on Fanatics Live, that I mean, I think we have close to 2,000 followers, and I don't know how accurate that following count is, if it's like people actually following or like just you got randomly assigned Charm City when you signed up. I would say that's pretty decent growth. I would say if we can get by the end of this year to like 10,000 followers, that we'll be in a good spot. Will we get there? I'm not sure. I mean, that's to be determined. It's not like I'm not putting a ton of resources into it either, in the sense of like I'm not putting a ton of product on there, because I'd much rather we have Christian Mena on the Sand Glitter, Drew Thorpe, and Tatis. If it's consistent, I would, but I would much rather just have our Facebook group be great. But we struggle with some stuff like the UFC. Like, there's no reason we shouldn't be breaking UFC finest. We have 12 out of 50 George Brett autograph for the Royals. Nice gold background for the Royals, and Douglas Stahl coming in. This is actually a really good case so far. Nice George Brett. We're going to have the Bronx Bombers, Angel Martinez, and Wyatt Langford. We have Sedene Rafaela. 1743 out of like 2025. But like, here's my big issue on Fanatics Live is everybody wants a deal, right? Like, nobody wants to pay close to, even if you price everything out well, what the team's actually going for. We have Will Brennan, Matt Olson, Cowrican Jr. Like, right now, the Bowman's Best, the half case we have up there, is priced like well below what the boxes cost currently. We have Miguel Vargas, and you still have guys asking for like $50 off a team, and you're like, what the fuck? We have Gunnar Henderson and James Wood. We have Kyle Schwarber on the 1990 Topps baseball card. And it's because places like Filth Bomb and some of the big guys overprice the hell out of their breaks. So, like, I've told you about that. They'll give, like, 50% off pick your players with, like, 30 players left. Like, if I would do that when I price out my pick your player, I would lose money. I would go broke. We would be declaring bankruptcy. We have Ted Williams. We have Lauren Lena. So, trying to figure out exactly that strategy and doing a lot more like market research on what people do to get filled. We have 23 out of 99 Dylan Cease. Is something I'm going to be looking into in the next month or so. Obviously, my top priority right now is to get moved into the new shop. That's a little bit more important than growing Fanatics Live at the moment. We have Alec Boehm, George Brett, and William Contreras. We have Michael McGreevy on the Sand Glitter, Jackson Churio, and Corbin Carroll. We have Drew Thorpe on the foil, Adrian Beltre, and George Brett. Paul Blackburn on the Sand Glitter, Vladdy Jr. and Aaron Judge. We have Mason Wynn on the memorabilia. We have Ty France on the foil, Ichiro, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. You have Garrett Cole, Andrew McCutcheon, Paul Goldschmidt, Riley Green. You have Dylan Cruz, Lindor, Frank Thomas, and Gunnar. Good old Gunnar. Last box, I can grab some top loaders from behind me. Right. Let's get into this last box of the break. Good luck to everybody. But yeah, like I'll go live on Fanatics. I'll probably be there for like 20 minutes to see if some people pop in right when we hop on, and then I gotta go take out the garbage. I'll run it out to the curb before I forget. Sometimes it gets late and I start to think about other things I got to do the next day and then forget to take it out. And with the baptism this week and Joseph's birthday earlier in the week, we had so much trash between presents and all the food and party stuff. This time of year is always nuts. Like this Super Bowl weekend and then right into Joseph's birthday. It's actually going to be crazy because it's like Augie's birthday, Thanksgiving, you have my mom's birthday, Christmas, then you have Lily's birthday, then you have my birthday, then you have Joseph's birthday, and then we have a break until July. Well, you have Easter and stuff, but there's like a 2-month There's like a 2-month period where it's just absolute chaos. We have Baltimore Orioles on the Sand Glitter, Jackson Merrill, and Tony Gwynn. We're going to have nice hit here for the Guardians. I think they're one of the last teams taken again, right? John Kenzie, Noel on the Baseball Stars for the Guardians, and Austin Wilson. Oh, no, Austin took him a little bit early this time around. Last break, they were the last team, though. Jock Peterson, Derek Jeter, Soto. We have the greatest hits, Jackson Holiday, 74 out of 150 on the blue. Grand slam for his first home run. 731-24. I thought once he hit this one that he was going to... we have Eugenio Suarez, Connor Norby. That was going to be whenever he was out. He's just going to take off now. He's going to be nasty, but it didn't happen right like that. We got Vinny Pasquantino, Zach DeCencio, Gunnar Henderson. He actually finished the year pretty good, if we're being honest. We have Joey Votto on the memorabilia for the Reds. Yeah, Freddie Freeman on the glitter, Pujols, Chipper Jones. We have Ryan Helsley, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Jose Romo. Did I say Jose Romo? Jose Ramirez. J-Ram. Jose Romo, baby. We have Ryan Pepiot, Babe Ruth, and Paul Skeens. Maybe I'll just do a whole break where I just mispronounce names, like intentionally. Probably get the people going. Pedro Leon on the foil. Shota Imanaga, Mike Schmidt. Trevor Larnach on the 232 out of 250 on the purple foil. And I have the Sand Glitter, Tyler Locklear, Matt Chapman. The last little pack here before you the silver pack. We're going to have Juan Soto on the 1990 memorabilia. Ryan Thompson on the foil, Cade Povich, Bryce Harper. And that's going to be the last box minus the silver packs. And we're going to have Mark McGuire, Sonny Gray, Rhett Loader, and Trey Turner. We have Luis Robert, Wade Boggs, Ronald Acuna Jr., and a 135 out of 150 for the Dodgers on the Mookie Betts on the blue. Nice little color match for the Dodgers that ended in Hector. I wonder if Mookie's going to be signing, I think, this coming year. I think Fanatics struck a deal with him for him to start signing baseball cards again. Because I know he signed in Transcendent, so I'm assuming he's going to sign in some other stuff. Let's do a quick recap of the hits. We're going to have Juan Soto on the memorabilia. We have the purple Trevor Larnach, Joey Votto on the memorabilia, Wynn on the memorabilia, Cease on the green, Schwarber on the 1990 memorabilia, Zane Rafaela on the gold, James Wood on the memorabilia, Joe Ryan on the gold. We have the borderless, Freddie Furman. We're going to have Framber Valdez. On the City Connect, we have the blue Jason Dominguez. We have Schwarber on the memorabilia. Gunnar Henderson on the gold. McRae on the memorabilia. Edwin Diaz on the gold. Jeremy Payne on the memorabilia. Perdomo on the gold. Kyle Tucker on the memorabilia and the gold Braves. Let's move team card. And then we're going to have Jackson Holiday on the blue, 2024 Greatest Hits, John Kenzie Noel on the Baseball Stars, Chase McDermott on a 1990 insert autograph. We have Bobby Witt Jr. on the pink, 2024 All Tops team. We have Justin Henry Malloy on the pink background, Michael Busch on the purple. Tyler Phillips for the Phillies on the 10 out of 10. We have Joe Ryan on the Twins team border. Parallel, then we have Dylan Cruz on the memorabilia, Mookie Betts on the blue background, silver pack, Tyler Gentry on the purple, home field advantage, Ronald Acuna Jr. We're going to have Grant McRae for the Giants on the Baseball Stars, Drew Romo out of 299 on the silver pack autograph, the Mojo, Shota Imanaga on a 1990 insert autograph, George Brett out of 50 of the 1990 insert, and then we have Spencer Strider on the Topps flagship autograph patch card. Nice hit there for the Braves. And that's going to be the break, guys. I appreciate y'all as always. I will see you guys. I will see you guys back here hopefully tomorrow. Same thing. We're going to throw up some jumbo cases. Probably going to start pre-filling football on Tuesday. Comes out Wednesday. I got a lot of Breakers of Light cases, not so many hobby cases for football. So I'm assuming the Breakers of Light's going to be straight up in Fuego. So we'll see what happens there. I appreciate y'all as always. You guys have a good night. Be safe. I will catch y'all later. Congratulations those that hit